Hi, Miss Callan with Ship here, and today we're going to do something really exciting. We're going to learn to make our own dip. So if we can make our own dip, we can make it in a really healthy way and we can make it exactly how we want it. So let's learn about all the fresh ingredients we can add to make our very own dip. And then you can enjoy it with carrot sticks or broccoli spears or cucumber spears. So let's see what kind of food groups would actually go into a homemade dip. So here's our My Plate, and today we're going to be using some plain Greek yogurt. It has to be plain. You can't really use a fruit or a vanilla for this. And that is in which food group? Dairy! Great! Yogurt is such a healthy dairy. We're also going to be using some light sour cream, and sour cream is made out of milk, but it doesn't really fall into the healthy dairy food group because it has a lot of fat in it. And then we're going to be using some veggies. We're actually going to be adding some grated carrot and a little teeny bit of broccoli florets. And then we're going to be adding some parsley and some green onion. And those all, of course, are veggies. So this dip all by itself is a 2 food group snack. And then when we add our veggies to dip into it, we'll have even more veggies. The other ingredients we're going to add are a little bit of garlic powder and onion powder. We're going to add some salt. And if you have it, you could add some dry dill or some other dry herbs that you think might be good. What else do we need to make this snack? We need a bowl and a spoon for mixing. We can use some measuring cups and spoons. We can use a knife or a plastic knife or even some scissors for chopping. And we can use a very fine cheese grater to grate up our carrots real small and put them right in. And that's it. The first thing we have to do is wash our hands. So we're going to get our hands wet, grab soap, suds up, and wash for the time it takes to sing happy birthday twice, and then rinse. The second thing we have to do is wash our fruits and vegetables. So let's get started with our dairy. We're going to add half a cup of this plain yogurt. Plain yogurt is such a healthy dairy full of lots of good protein. And now we're going to add half a cup of our sour cream. We have light sour cream here, so it doesn't have as much fat. And now for the fun part, we get to add the herbs and spices. And you can choose what spices you'd like to add and how much. But we're going to add half a teaspoon of onion powder, and half a teaspoon of garlic powder. And then if you have dry dill, you could add just a sprinkle of dry dill. It would be about 1/8 of a teaspoon, and that's half of this little 1/4 teaspoon. I don't have dry dill, so I'll have to just add a little extra parsley. And we get to add a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, just to add a little extra flavor. And then we get to stir it up. It's starting to smell good already. Now for the fresh herbs. You could use dried parsley too, that would be great. I happen to have this fresh parsley in the garden, so I'm going to chop this one up, and I'm going to use some scissors to cut it real fine. I only need a tablespoon. I might put in a little bit more because I didn't have the dill. What other herbs could you use? Would cilantro be good? What if you had fresh dill? Lots of different choices. I have a heaping tablespoon. We can add some green onion or some regular onion. Or you could just add a little bit more of the onion powder too. And we can cut this green onion up with our scissors. We'll just cut off the little root and cut it up real fine with the scissors. That works. There's our tablespoon. You could also use regular chives too. Now we get to add a little carrot. That will give it some color and a fresh taste, and it's a little sweet too. So let's trim off the end of our carrot. And if you have a cheese grater that has a fine grating side, you can just carefully grate your carrot. Just don't put your fingers too close. I think I grated a little bit too much, but that's okay. So I've got 1, 2 big tablespoons. So this is fun because we're adding our veggies right into our dip too, so we'll have even more veggies and color and vitamins. Now we're gonna add a little bit of broccoli. I'm gonna use this tiny piece, and we're just gonna take the teeny tips off. We can do this with the scissors. This will be perfect. So we need about 2 tablespoons of little broccoli tips too. We don't have to waste this. We can actually slice this up and use it to dip in our dip. Now we have all the ingredients in here, So we're just gonna stir it up. Look at all those veggies going in. We've got our herbs, our dairy, our veggies. What is this reminding you of? Does this look like a salad dressing you might recognize? I think it looks a lot like ranch. Doesn't that look so good? So now, you can enjoy this right now. You can dip your carrot sticks and your celery sticks in. But even better, you can have a little bit of patience. It's gonna be hard. You could put this in the fridge and cover it and leave it overnight, and tomorrow it will be even better because all of the flavors that are coming out of those veggies and herbs and spices will seep into the dairy and fill the dip up with all of those flavors so they'll all meld together. So if you can wait a day, your dip will be even better. But I definitely want to try it right now too. Stir it up really well to get all those flavors mixed up. There we go. Look at all these beautiful veggies that we can dip into our homemade dip. I think it'd be fun to try a little bit now, but maybe I'll leave most of it for tomorrow. Well, I'm really excited for you to try making your own homemade dip. This is much healthier than what you would buy in the store, and you can make it exactly how you like it. So have fun with this, and we'll see you next time. Bye.